Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances in the dust of your lotus feet. All glories to Śrīla Prabhupāda and all glories to our Guru Varga. All glories to your efforts in distributing Śrīla Prabhupāda's books. It is wonderful to see what you're doing throughout the marathon, and I would like to offer a few words of inspiration. We know that Srimad Bhagavatam is meant to help us to focus on Krishna. Krishna's pastimes are a resource for remembering Krishna, and the devotees' pastimes in the Bhagavatam are an inspiration for us to remember Krishna. To guide his disciples on the path of bhakti, the Guru is meant to offer both resources and inspiration for us to remember Krishna. And let's have a brief look at Śrīla Prabhupāda's example. He would sometimes say that I'm just like a postman. I haven't changed a single word. I'm just repeating the message of my Guru Maharaj. But in his Nectar of Devotion lecture, Śrīla Prabhupāda said that I've practically invented the Krishna consciousness movement. Now these two seem to contradict each other, but they don't. Inventing the Krishna consciousness movement means that Śrīla Prabhupāda was thinking that I provided innovative ways of remembering Krishna, of connecting with Krishna, of serving Krishna. So now the book distribution marathon is going on. And if you think about it, traditionally, within the broad Vedic tradition, there's no such a thing as a marathon. Or even the idea of distribution is not very common or widespread. The Brahmanas gave knowledge, but the idea of giving books and having targets and having deadlines to fulfill those targets, to meet those targets, this was Prabhupada's resourceful way of doing many things at once. Number one, by introducing book distribution, Śrīla Prabhupada engaged the passionate nature of his disciples. He was channeling the Rajoguna of his followers. We're all quite passionate, and book distribution is a wonderful way to connect that passion with Sri Krishna. With book distribution, Śrīla Prabhupada was also adapting to the Western culture. Traditionally, sadhus would go out and ask for bhiksha or alms, food, and then they would give some wisdom to those who were open for it. A bhikshu is sometimes translated as a religious mendicant, but he's not at all equal to a beggar. They're asking for alms, but they're actually offering something much higher. So the idea of a mendicant is very much part of Eastern culture, Eastern tradition, but very little present in the Western tradition. Catholic monks would never go out and seek alms, and Protestants don't even have monks. Most Protestants are aggressively against monkhood. So Śrīla Prabhupada recognized that if I send out my followers, my disciples, to seek alms, that's not going to work. So he created book distribution. And he didn't just adapt to the Western culture, it is also a way of providing access to spiritual knowledge. And number three, the most important is that by book distribution, the devotees' minds are absorbed in Krishna. While we distribute books, there's no way not to think of Krishna. We're thinking of Krishna, we're thinking of ways to offer the Bhagavad Gita, the Srimad Bhagavatam to others. We're thinking of how to conduct ourselves as devotees. We are praying to Krishna. There's no way to do big book distribution without intense prayer. And we are connecting others to Krishna. So we can see that Śrīla Prabhupada was extremely creative and resourceful to help his followers, help all of us to become Krishna conscious and also connect others to Krishna. So these were just a few thoughts I wanted to share with you. I wish you all the best for the last few days of the Prabhupada Marathon. Jai Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Transcendental book distribution ki jai. Param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Hare Krishna.